Mykonos is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the Greek islands. It's well known for beautiful beaches, luxurious resorts, summer party atmosphere, and wild nightlife. Indulge in delicious food, epic sunsets, and some of the best parties you'll experience. It's the ultimate destination for a whole lot of fun in the sun. This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 15 tips for an awesome trip to Mykonos. Ready to fall in love with the marvelous Mykonos? So without further ado, let's get started. Tip number 1. Getting around. Know that getting a taxi in Mykonos can be very tricky, to say the least, so avoid relying on this type of transportation. Instead, it's highly recommended for you to arrange a transfer from and to the airport or port with your hotel, and to rent a car while in town or even in advance. Some rental companies like iCar can drop you off at the port or airport when you're leaving without any extra costs. Tip number 2. Choosing where to stay. Accommodations in Mykonos vary from hotels, hostels, guest houses, and rented apartments and houses. Unless you're on a yacht, on a cruise ship, or have friends who live in town, you'll have to pick one of these options. But where? If you don't mind the noise, stay in the center city. If you prefer quiet places, there are many options near the beaches, as well as some not so far from the center. Know that you don't have to stay in the city center to enjoy the island. Just rent a car or motorbike to get around. Everything is easily reached within maximum 20 to 30 minutes. Before we move on to the next tip, please like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now and be updated for more awesome videos like this one. Keep watching because these tips will definitely exceed your expectation when you visit Mykonos. Now, moving on to tip number 3, what to expect. Expect to experience a very busy island, especially in the high season during the day, as all the tourists from the cruise ships make their stop. Expect crowded streets, amazing sunsets, mouth-watering food, and some of the best beaches in Europe. Tip number 4, clubs and bars. The Scandinavian bar is a must. Right in the center of Mykonos town, this amazing bar offers a very varied music selection, all under a ceiling filled with lights that offer a psychedelic experience unlike any other in Mykonos. Another good option is the Sunset Bar, which hosts a daily pool party. Go right before dusk to enjoy the world-famous Greek sunset experience. Jacko Bar and Restaurant is in Super Paradise Beach, so it's a good option whenever you get hungry during a beach day. Jacko Club and Babylon are 2 gay clubs close to the old port that offer daily parties. Go if you love pop classics. Tip number 5. Beaches. Beautiful sandy beaches are abundant in Mykonos, and your choice should depend on whether you're looking for party or for relaxation. Paradise Beach and Super Paradise Beach are 2 of the most popular party beaches on the island. Getting good cocktails will not be an issue when visiting them. On the other hand, Elia and Ornos Beach are 2 of the most popular quiet beaches on the island. You'll find good food service in any of them. There's also a small beach in Mykonos town where you can tan and swim. Tip number 6. Where to eat. You'll find the most varied assortment of restaurants in Mykonos town. There are tons of options close to the old port, and most places will offer Italian food, like Nico's Tavern is a popular choice, and Greek food, so expect mostly pasta and seafood. One important piece of advice is that you try to stay away from the restaurants in Little Venice. The view might be outstanding, but most restaurants target tourists, and the quality of food will not justify the pricey dishes. Tip number 7. Transportation. Ideally, you should rent a car. Even though traffic can get a bit horrible during peak season, a car will be your best choice when you're trying to visit any of the beaches that'll be a bit far away from your hotel. Walking times to Super Paradise and Elia Beach are around 1 to 2 hours from Mykonos town, and that could get a bit messy when it's more than 30 degrees outside. There is free parking space in all the beaches, and the free city parking is close to Mykonos town. As an alternative, bus and ferry services are offered, departing from the old port and from the city port. Tip number 8. Climate. Mykonos has a hot subtropical Mediterranean climate. The winter is short, soft, and moist. January and February are the coldest months. Then the temperature vary between 10 and 15 degrees Celsius. The rainfall is plentiful. In March begins the warming. The precipitation starts to decrease. In April begins to feel the summer. The daily temperatures are around 20 degrees Celsius, and the beaches start to welcome their first guests, although the water is still cold. Tip number 9. Feel the local life. To experience the real living on the island, you should be willing to do what the locals usually do. How they prepare the Greek food, how a Greek drink the ouzo, how they define the word party, how they ferment their finest wines, how they interact with friends and strangers, and the way they speak. You must be keen enough with observing about the daily life of a local. It's very easy to be friends with the citizens of Mykonos, so start approaching the next gal or guy on the queue line. Tip number 10. Don't fall for the tourist traps. Get wise. Tourism in Mykonos has grown for the past 50 years and continues to be discovered by travelers from around the world. That's why everyday business and establishments continue to sprout on every corners and sides of the hilly island. You must be alert every time of your stay, for everywhere there could be tourist traps, especially in Chora. Tourist traps are shops and taverns that offer you one thing, and if you're about to pay for your goods, price of the product on your hand suddenly goes up. Tip number 11. Book your accommodation in advance. Chora caters a variety of Mykonos, apartments from finest to the most luxurious ones. But here's one tip. Vista Apartments is located in the main town, Chora, that offers affordable room rates without sacrificing the value of your comfort stay. They even have a small living room and a kitchenette inside a budget room where you can prep up your own Greek food. Most hotels in Mykonos town are expensive, for the obvious reason that it's the main town, because of the many establishments situated in the village. Book an accommodation to Vista Apartments and you'll get a room for the value of your money. Tip number 12. Nature. The nature of Mykonos is typically Mediterranean. The dense vegetation is lacking. There are some species, mainly evergreen, warm-loving and dry-loving flowers and shrubs. The trees are presented by citrus, olives, palms, and cypresses. Overall, however, the greeniness is where the people are planted and where it's watered regularly to prevent drying of plants. During the rainy season, Mykonos is covered with green grass and a carpet of flowers. In most of the year, however, the island offers a beige and yellow sunburned landscapes. The island has many beautiful beaches with bright golden sand. The coastline is divided into many small and very attractive beaches. Tip number 13. Sailing. Feeling the surge of a luxurious sailboat as the wind propels it through the swells is one of the classic Greek island thrills. Sailing around Mykonos is the best way to fully appreciate its filigreed coast rimmed with beaches, and there's no better way to reach Delos. Mykonos on board offers tours and charters on its fleet of yachts and catamarans. Tip number 14. Explore by kayak. For a memorable experience, spend a day exploring Mykonos on a kayaking tour. You'll be put into a group with other travelers and an experienced tour guide who will be able to lead you to some of the island's most hidden gems, including coves, bays, and islets. Most tours are suitable for beginners too. Tip number 15. Be happy, of course. Traveling in Mykonos is like how the old saying goes, leave your worries behind, for it's safe to get lost in Mykonos. As long as you know the name of your Mykonos apartment, a good Samaritan will always be your savior when giving you hints on how to get back on the road. Nevertheless, be happy and embrace the beauty of Mykonos. There you have it. Whether you're looking to relax on the beach, party the night away, or partake in family activities, there is plenty to know when you travel to Mykonos. Have you been to Mykonos? Did we miss any tips you can add? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.